we thank you for being here, Matt.
Hey, thanks for having me again.
Welcome. You're our first repeat.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you guys for doing a great job.
Thank you. Thank you. And then, of course, we have Bryan, who does our business news and updates.
Hey.
We got John O'Brien, who will be actually interviewing Bradshaw today, and he's also doing events and happenings.
Oh, yeah. How y'all doing?
He's got his microphone in his beard. Nice. I like it. And we also got Scott Lucas, who is my co-host.
Hey.
How are you doing, Scott?
All right, man. How are you?
Great. Michelle Mitchell just asked how we were doing.
What's up, Mitchell?
Said hi. Thank you, Michelle. We're doing great. All right. Before we get started, I want to take a quick minute to highlight a quick event. Which, if I can get my face off this thing. Here we go. The Vine Grove Fire Department. This doesn't look as good, but it's this Saturday, September 13th at 11 a.m. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, the Vine Grove Fire Department burnt down on the 20th. Got some pictures here, which kind of show, it was a total loss. So, they've been raising funds and trying to get ready to rebuild, but, they have a ways to go. But this Saturday, there'll be a fundraising activity, and I'll go ahead and put this flyer on our link tree at hardinlocal.com, which I haven't updated with this flyer yet, but it'll be Saturday, September 13th at 11 a.m. All right, we'll move on over to our special guest segment with Bradshaw Smoot and John O'Brien. We'll be interviewing them. Take it away.
Yeah. Thank you for coming on the show, Bradshaw.
Yeah, like I said, I'm super excited to be on. When I started construction, I honestly think it was before construction. I was itching to get on this show and try to get my name and face out there a little bit. So I really appreciate you guys reaching out and inviting me on.
Definitely glad you can make it. So my first thing is I got to know, what's your go-to seasoning blend for a steak? What do you like?
Well, I'm a salesman here, so this is an easy question to start. I like our Baldridge secret seasoning that we keep in the store. Our friends that own a ranch in Nebraska, family friends, it's a product that we sell down in our other location. It is the best seasoning. I put it on steak, beef, pork, chicken. I put it on almost everything. Baldridge secret seasoning. I believe I am the only place that you can buy it.
Awesome. Sounds good. I'll definitely have to pick up some of that. Also, can you share a little bit about your background? You've been butchering your whole life, or what?
Not necessarily, man. I wish I could say that I'm just a lifelong butcher, but that wouldn't be true. We're lifelong cattle farmers. My dad and I, I guess we really ramped up the cattle farm, I would say 2005-ish. We got into breeding and buying Angus females. And one of the things that we did a lot of was showing cattle. So we showed cattle primarily in Kentucky, but we've showed cattle as far as Denver, Colorado, and as far east as Baltimore, Maryland, basically, Timonium. So we've showed cattle all over the country. I graduated from Oklahoma State with an animal science degree. I was on a livestock judging team there. We were the first team in history to three-peat livestock judging contest in Louisville in 2019. So super cool experience for me there, obviously around some of the industry greats, man. I had, so especially in the cattle side of the business, I had some of the best mentors that I could possibly ask for, and did a meat animal evaluation team as well. I love all things agriculture.
That's great. So what brought you to have a butcher shop here in Elizabethtown?
Well, we have that processing plant down in Campbellsville. It's got a retail butcher shop. And I guess when I moved home from college, I came home for a particular job. Was really interested in furthering my education, but came home for a particular job, and that kind of fell through. Went into the insurance business. I guess I still am in that. I have came to grown a passion for that as well. But as we converted away from some of the registered females in our herd and went more commercial, as I started getting busy. My dad is a dentist. He's also the co-owner at the local butcher, Randy Smoot, John Smoot, and then he's co-owner down at the Green River Meats plant as well. But as we started to transitioned to more of a feeder calf operation in about 2018, 2019, after our dispersal of Angus registered females. We went from having more of a feedlot operation and a show cattle operation. Um, so our identity kind of changed. And one thing that we realized is there was a huge need in the processing side of the business. It was something that my dad has always dreamed of. My dad is a third generation farmer. I guess that makes me fourth. But I don't know. He's probably listening to this right now, but keeping him in the dental office is so hard. That man loves the farm. Like he absolutely loves the work. He gets up about 5 a.m. in the morning and he likes to go feed cows and he works late. I think he enjoys it more than anything. But it's obviously a business for us now, and we saw a need and we felt like that our product was really, really high quality. And we were trying to find creative ways to expand on that. So that kind of puts us where we're at today.
That's great to have that family heritage of like where you come from and having that and continuing that on. So what do you think sets you apart from other like places in the town to get beef?
Well, I think one, we're vertically integrated, right? I've yet to find another person we're calving out cows right now. Uh, that's part of the morning routine is getting up and checking calving cows, and that'll go all the way till November, and it'll start back in January. So we get Christmas break, and sometimes we calve out on Christmas morning. We've done that before too, but we're calving out the cows. We're feeding the cattle out. We just chopped our feed last weekend, bagged a bunch of silage, and then we process them ourselves. Then obviously um, we have the retail locations as well. So I think what makes us different is, we cut out the middleman on a lot of our products. We are the beginning, the middle, and the end. I guess you guys are eventually the end, but one, we feel like we have worked really, really hard in terms of, and I'm going to kind of answer a couple questions here at once, but we've worked really hard on bringing, my big thing is quality. How can I bring the highest quality product at the most affordable price? And so we spent a lot of time and have done a lot of networking to accomplish that.
I can say on the networking side, I think you've done an outstanding job. I know you all came to Frankfurt quite often last session in promoting your new store opening up and the processes. And I can say I have visited your store several times, and you're spot on. Quality is outstanding. Product is great. And your staff there is a wonderful staff to work with. They're very very polite to all the customers, and I just want to congratulate you on opening that shop here in E-Town, because, as I told you when you visited in Frankfurt, it was going to be a warm welcome for you, and I'm glad it has turned out that way.
Been hot, hot. It's been hard to keep up with, and that's why one, we ask everyone, hey, please be patient with us. I mean, I'm 27 years old, running the ship, and I've got a director of operations. His name's Craig South, and boy, that guy has worked his tail off. I think I'm gonna have to give him an extra week of vacation or something. He was here last night with me at 10:30, just doing anything and everything that we possibly need done. So, man, our staff's phenomenal. I've got great girls in the kitchen doing the prep. My meat cutters, I mean, those guys are, dude, they're putting in long, long weeks right now. And that's what I ask everybody is, hey, be patient with us. Were we prepared for the rush? In terms of product, I'd say yes. In terms of getting everything collectively out there and being prepared, I'd say, we could improve in that regard of, man, the support's been tremendous. I think that's a good problem for us to have, but we meet every morning trying to find ways to mitigate that and to try to get people in and out the door faster and to try to keep stocked up on all the different items that people come to buy.
Definitely. Are there any like cuts of meat or anything specialty items that you do that you want to kind of promote and say, hey, we have this that nobody else really has this in the area?
Yeah, so I think one thing that we do is we do a lot of prepped items, and I think a lot of people know that we do those items. So that's the meatloafs and the sauce to go with it. That's for those single parents, those busy the people that have kids at 3 or 4 different ball practices that need something quick and easy without losing the quality, without having to eat basically a something on the go or something that you get from a fast food location. I think that that's something that we can come in, have this prep meal, tell you how to cook it, give you the ingredients to cook it, be able to pair it up with some sides that we sell in the store, and your night has been simplified. So that's one of the things that we do: meatloaf, fajita mix, kebabs, ready to throw on the grill.
Those
We'll
stuffed green
roll out
peppers are real good. I can tell you that.
the stuffed peppers are really good.
Yes, sir.
I'm really proud of our deli. One, I think from a comparison standpoint, we're priced extremely well. We make big sandwiches. If any of you guys had a sandwich from us yet, I mean, you'll know that we make a sandwich, and that's important to me because I know when I was out working on the farm every day, and I went to go get lunch, and you get a little bitty deli sandwich, that almost makes you more mad than anything. So we're really. I got a kid named Taven. I think he's 20, and he is a phenomenal worker, and he makes a killer sandwich. I mean, good visually, it looks good as well. So, again, just another reason that my staff is phenomenal.
Have you had any kind of unusual requests for like any cuts that you normally wouldn't do, but are considering doing, or think you may be able to have here soon?
Well, with already having a shop down in Campbellsville, I wouldn't say there has been like that unusual request, but we sell a ton of tongue, heart, liver, oxtail, neck bones. We sell a ton. We've got in front feet. We have sold a crazy amount looking at the numbers of those products that I wasn't prepared for at all. When the first week that I was opened, I didn't have a lot of that stuff in stock, and I had just people at the counter just repeatedly all day. Hey, are you gonna have oxtail in? Are you gonna have tongue in? Are you gonna beef and pork fat? I've got guys wanting to buy hundreds and hundreds of pounds of beef and not unusual, unexpected is the best way I can put that.
That makes sense. Yeah, I mean, like, who doesn't love a lingua taco? I mean, that's one of my favorites. I know that a couple places here in town do make a lingua taco, and they are some of the best ones around.
Beef ribs were outstanding. I had those just the other day, so those were really good too.
Another product that in some, for some locations it's hard to keep them in stock because they don't sell. I have a hard time keeping them stocked, to be honest with you. I mean, I think I've got it fixed now. So I hope people keep buying beef ribs, but they fly off the shelf.
That's good
Will
to
you
hear.
ever be getting any lamb? Do you think on occasions will you have lamb chops and things like that as well?
Lamb is what I am trying to get now. I am really particular on where our product comes from, understanding the story behind that as well. And obviously, it's got to be at to make this even more complex, I have to look at price on that as well. Because I want, again, not only are we trying to find high quality products, but we're trying to do it at an affordable rate. So if I bring out lamb, I want it to be for everybody, right? And I want it to be consistent, and I want it to be good.
That's great.
Now,
Yeah.
did not have, to be honest, I'm not even sure that I've ate a lot of lamb growing up. And my roommate in college was a sheep producer, and so obviously us being extremely broke college kids, his family would send us a bunch of product, and he would cook it for me, and it's excellent. I mean, if you've had good lamb, it is excellent. Just something that we never really grew up on, and now I'm trying. That's like the next step. That's the next hurdle that I'm trying to accomplish right now. And that's there's a lot of things that I want to do in the store, but right now it's focusing on the task at hand. We've got a few things that we've got to iron out before we start growing and becoming that one-stop shop, right?
Yeah. And like thinking about those future plans, kind of what is your full envisionment of what the local butcher will be?
Right. Well, for one, I want the local butcher to be a trusted source for your protein, for all your protein needs. Yes, I'm going to ask you to go to your grocery store for now, get whatever you need, then come to me for the protein, right? I do want to expand on that. I've got my smoker hooked up now, so I want my smoker to be hooked up so we can start offering, not only offering hot plate lunches, but also being able to offer pre-cooked product, right? That you go home, reheat. Again, another way for that busy family, that busy dad, or I mean, shoot, even senator. I mean, he's probably running up and down the road during session.
A
he
little
probably
bit.
doesn't have a lot of time on his hands to prepare his meals. So if he can come in there and buy cooked burnt ends that taste like candy while you're driving down the Bluegrass Parkway, head to Frankfurt. I mean, that's the option that we want to offer. So that's one side of it. Wholesale, I actually received 2 or 3 calls. I want to get my product into restaurants. I've got to figure out how to do that at an affordable clip because I know there's bigger boys out there than me. I don't mean that just because I'm only 5'5". They're just bigger companies, right? You know, I want to I, I want to be able to figure out a way of how we can get, whether that's ground beef, brisket, different types of pork, how we can get that out there to these local restaurants to offer our product. So I am working on that now. We're in a few, as we said, and I'm trying to get into the schools as well. That is another thing that what can we do from whether we're having cookouts or that's kind of the next step for me personally is to get the product out on a wholesale level throughout E-Town in the community, right? And then obviously I want to expand on the store. How can we offer more local products? Like today, I brought out a new chips and salsa. I brought out some local honey, both made in Elizabeth. How can I keep doing research, finding these local products and putting them on our shelves, right? Because right now it's a challenge of we got to get it full and we have to put stuff out there that the consumer wants to buy. And then when not only do they have a good shopping experience, but the biggest thing is eating experience. I'm the type of guy, if you ever have an issue at our store, I want you to call me because we'll come back. And whether that's because you accidentally cooked your steak to 170 and didn't know that it needs to be 135, hey, let's get this right the next time. Let me help you get there. I want that eating experience to be exactly what you thought, if not more, every time that you buy protein.
That's
What
great. And I know
how
I
can
know that
people?
Hub House has your beef already, right? They're selling your beef as their burgers.
Absolutely. Nick Garrett, Chris, Todd Davis, they found us as soon as we were talking about coming to eat. And those guys have done more for me. I mean, they've been phenomenal. The amount of support, the amount of networking that they've done for the local butcher and myself. I can't thank those guys enough. But yes, that is a Hub House does sell some of our products or cook some of our products in their restaurant. That's been a really, really good relationship.
How
Are there
can
any
you?
other ones that are local that use your meat? I know we have the Street Kitchen just opened up here at Social today. Have they reached out at all to?
Absolutely. Kurt, one great guy, um, obviously has a really good product. I knew Kurt when I was down in Campbellsville. But yes, they've reached out. No, I have not found a solution quite yet to fill their needs. And a lot of it is, again, I wasn't as prepared for the initial rush. And it's been more of a timing issue for me personally because, again, I'm not willing just to sling product. We're going to sling it with intentions of it being fresh and high quality.
How can people get a hold of you if they own a business or a restaurant and they want to, try out your product?
Absolutely. They can call the store 270-982 beef and give reach out. I've got a lady stopping by today. She's gonna come together with a list of products and we're gonna work up a quote and see if we can't earn her business and satisfy what they're looking for.
Great. And I also put, like, if you go to hardinlocal.com, I put like a bunch of links from today's podcast at the top. One of them has your all's Facebook page link. So you can always go there. And I know they have the phone number and contact information there. Great. And have we got through all the questions?
I think I've asked all the things I've had listed out.
Anybody else have any questions for Bradshaw?
No, just some encouragement. Just keep doing what you're doing. I think you're doing a great job so far. I've heard nothing but praise from your customers that I've talked to. And again, every time I've been in there, your staff has done a wonderful job, and that's a compliment to you and to all of your people that you've hired. So keep up the good work. We're glad you're here and welcome to E-Town.
Well, that means a lot, and it really does. The reason why behind the local butcher is one. I've always dreamed of leading the team, right? Of having not the owner title, but almost the leader title. We don't talk about boss or ownership around here. We're team. And how do we work together? How do we become efficient? How do we become more effective with our time? How do we generate a better product? But ultimately, you know, my biggest thing is I want to give that, again, that quality product to the public, but I also want the quality of life for our staff to be at an all-time high. We've got such a great group of people. It has been it's been a blessing for a 27-year-old to have the staff that I've got, because there hasn't been the first issue. Everybody shows up before they're supposed to show up, and they stay after way longer than they're scheduled. So, you know, and it's really because we need them. But they're really focused on the experience when you come into the local butcher. They're really focused on that customer service, and that's what we want it to be. And you know, long-term plan is to maintain that and just to do it at a higher level.
Hey, I don't know if anybody asked this since I was running the stream. I was paying attention, but I may have missed it. I was just curious. Say there's somebody that wants to order some beef or steaks for an important event, you know, that they're having at their hosting at their house, something that they can't, you know, how far in advance should they order it from you?
If they will come in to me, I can usually, depending on the size of the order, I can do everything within a week, usually. That's probably knowing on a Monday, right? Or at least having the Monday to prep on that order. Though we do have some limitations in terms of the guy that designed this place, me, didn't design some of the space is big enough. So it takes a little more work to get to get everything moving and staying on time. So I asked her, as we grow, I'd like to get that to 2 to 3 days. That's
Okay.
all.
I just wanted to make sure, you know, that people knew, 'cause sometimes, you know, you schedule something a couple weeks out already if you're going to have a big event at your house, and they can just let you know up front. And
So Phil, we do have the third annual free burger bonanza coming up here next Monday. I put my order in yesterday for the beef pickup on Saturday, so I'm excited about that.
I'm going to be there. I'm coming, so I'm looking forward to it. It's great. All right. Anything else, Bradshaw, that you wanted to say? Anything that you
I'd
thought
like to
of
say
that
thank you.
you're
You know,
welcome?
seriously, thank you for the support. The city of B-Town, I mean, the people of Hardin County, so all of our customers, thank you. Like I said, I mean, Labor Day weekend, there was a line from the meat case out the door into the parking lot. I'm sorry about the wait, but I'm not, you know, I'm not going to complain about the amount of support. I mean, that is, and we try to hustle and move that along, but when you come up to us, we're going to give you a fair time to look at the offering, especially after you waited in line. I'm not going to rush you along. You take as much time to figure out which burger patty that you want, what broth that you want, and pick out your steak, and we'll roll on. But the mayor, everybody at City Hall has been, you know, the coolest thing, Senator, State Rep, the coolest thing is I have not asked anybody for anything, and nobody told me they were going to come in and help me out. Everybody just showed up and helped. And that's from the guys at Hub House. That's from the guys at City Hall, our state rep, state senator, that you guys, Nate, Bryan. You know, and I would love to ask for help, and I just did it, and that's probably a poor move. And thank goodness that everybody here is such a supporting community. Everybody helps each other, and that's so refreshing to be a part of. It makes being a first-time business owner really, really easy, because I've got so many experienced guys, so many knowledgeable guys that are willing to come in and help a 27-year-old and critique him and help him grow. And that's honestly that's what I want. And they made me feel like I was a part of the community. So I love Elizabethtown. It's been phenomenal to me. We've just got to maintain a high quality product and be able to stay competitive when we offer that, and to provide the same level of customer service, because the support's here from everybody. It's up to us to make it happen now.
That's great. That is great. Well, Bradshaw, you're welcome to stay on the stream with us if you want to for the rest of the show, or if you know, I know you got a new business and you're busy, so if you need to drop off, you can drop off, and we'll probably be on for another 20-30 minutes. Up to you,
Yeah,
though.
I'd love to stay. But like I said, the guy that did not hire enough staff that we're all looking at right now, and the 20 people in our lobby, I'm sure some of my guys want a break. So I'm going to go out there and relieve one of our people, give them a break, and get back out there. But thank you guys for letting me come on the show. I really appreciate it and hope to come back soon.
Yeah, we thank you, sir.
Thank
Have a
you very
great day.
much.
All right, guys. Thank you.
See ya. All right. Make sure he's muted. There we go. All right. We're going to go ahead and move on. Local business.